This is Hannibal here from the Hannibal TV on YouTube with a UFO news update. Today was a historic day. The UFO Congressional hearing for 2025 featuring George Knapp, famous UAP investigator, as well as a chief from the Navy, as well as two Air Force veterans, and someone from it's an expert in whistleblower harassment, I guess, as well. But the main things that stood out for me in this is they released a new video of what appeared to be a missile getting shot at a UAP. The UAP took the missile. The missile actually damaged the UAP a bit. So this is the first time I've ever seen a UAP actually get hit with a missile, which is rare because usually they're so fast. The excuse why they're not fired at is because they're too fast. Well, it was hit with a missile, and then the debris from the hit, as well as the vehicle, zoomed off. So it's like the debris was still connected to the unidentified aerial phenomenon. That was given to the hearing by Congressman Burleson, who I believe is from Missouri. George Knapp basically talked a lot about the UFO documents he smuggled out of Russia back when there was better terms between the Russian government and US government, how he smuggled those documents out, how they were vetted, and why he believes they're legit. I guess there was a lot of military people killed in Russia due to firings at UAP. And back in the 90s and late 80s, there was some extensive research done by the Russian government on what UAPs are. And there was even, and this has been talked about before, there's been agreements with the Russian and US government regarding UAPs potentially setting off nuclear wars, because not only these things in our various spaces could they be seen as unknown incursions, but they've also been known to actually set off nuclear warheads and turn them off before they actually unleash the bombs, but cause large scares on both sides. The Navy testimony from both members of the Navy was very interesting as well, as far as objects operating with impunity on naval bases and the follow up to those incidents not really being as much as they should be, considering these were massive incursions. And the other thing, if this was our own crafts incurring on our own bases, what would be the point of doing this? Why would we do this to ourselves and potentially cause people to die or wars to begin, thinking that it is enemies? So it was very interesting for sure. The Navy chief also testified of something that happened over the water, of unusual objects. So I think the basis of this, the congressmen and congresswomen had better questions. I think it's more, people now seem to be accepting within Congress that something weird is going on. If it's not foreign, what is it? What is in our airspace? Is this just completely black technology that we're somehow setting off on ourselves? That these programs are being done through like Lockheed Martin and other, they're very black agencies that even members of, for instance, the regular Navy and Air Force might not know about, because they're such secret programs that we're doing it on ourselves. But at the same time, as George Knapp brought up, some of this stuff has been happening since the 40s and 50s. And if it was happening then, did we have that technology all the way back then, like 80 years ago? Yet we're still, to me, I mean, there doesn't seem to be many great advancements as far as like how long it takes to fly from New York to LA. I know in a military jet is probably a lot different, but like if aviation is has advanced that much, is it that secret that it still takes like 12 hours to fly from New York to Hawaii or however much it does? I don't know. It just there's some things that don't add up. Knapp also brought up that for a while they declassified FOIA requests, not knowing that so much UAP stuff would be revealed. They're still allowing FOIA requests, but those don't apply to Lockheed Martin, and other aerospace companies that don't have to be so transparent. And also, he brought up that since it has been possible to make those type of requests, they don't put as much in writing. So this was very interesting. I liked this one.